What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at a new robot vacuum. This is the Eufy S1 Pro. Taking a look at the specs, this has a 8,000 PA suction power, a 10-in-1 advanced docking station, AI obstacle avoidance, a built-in ozone generator, and a self-cleaning roller mop. Taking a look inside the box, you have a very large quick start guide, a safety sheet, your power cord, two extra brushes that go on the front of the vacuum, an extra filter, an extra roller mop, a cleaning brush, an extra dust bag, a bottle of their floor cleaning detergent, and last but not least, you have the actual vacuum itself. Taking a look at the vacuum itself, usually these are all just simple black or white squares, but as you can see, this is definitely a very unique looking vacuum. It has this tall and slim design, and honestly, it just looks a lot better than anything else out there. Alright, so first off, let's go ahead and look at the base station. Besides looking cool, this also has a few functional purposes as well. With other base stations, they're usually pretty short, so you gotta hunch over to reach the buttons. But thanks to this one being taller, it's just much more natural and more comfortable to use. Looking at the control panel, we have 3 touch sensitive buttons, and then we have a very nice color LCD as well. With other vacuums, you typically need the app to see what the vacuum is doing, but with this one, you don't need it since you always have the status right here on the screen. Right below the top, we have a see-through tank, which not only looks cool, but also shows you the level of your clean water so you know when to refill it as well. If you look inside the tank, we have this little saucer with LEDs around it, and this is actually a built-in ozone generator. As you can see right now, it's actually working, putting the ozone into the water, and you can physically see it inside there. So this is the first time I've seen this in any robot vacuum so far, and basically what this does is add ozone to regular tap water so it not only cleans, but also disinfects your floors as well. Looking at the specs, this can kill up to 99.99% of germs, so definitely a great feature to have. Last but not least, this is what they call a 10-in-1 Uni-Clean station. This station does a whole lot of things, and I'm not going to go through every single one of them, but most importantly, it has auto emptying for your dust debris, auto empty and auto refilling for the water, and auto drying for the mop head as well. I'll also throw an image up on the screen so you can see the full list of everything this docking station has. Alright, so moving on to the vacuum itself, as you can see, this is definitely very unique looking as well. I love the overall design as it has a sleek and futuristic look to it. Flipping the vacuum over, most vacuums only have one brush, but as you can see, this has 2 of them, which is really going to help clean a lot better. Right below that, you have your rubber brush for the vacuum, and this is designed to reduce hair buildup as well. And last but not least, you have one of the best parts of this vacuum, and that's this really long mop here that they call the Always Clean Roller Mop. So typically with mopping robots, you'll have 2 rotating pads, and while they do a good job at cleaning, the problem is all that gunk stays on the pads and it ends up getting smeared around your house. With this one, it does things a little different. First off, instead of just wiping up the mess, it actually rolls over it and pulls it up and into the vacuum. This is also a self-cleaning mop, so while the vacuum is cleaning, the mop head is constantly being cleaned and wringed out. This way, all the dirt stays inside of the vacuum and again, isn't being spread around your house. This also lets the vacuum clean quicker and more efficiently as it's able to clean itself on the go, whereas other vacuums have to constantly head back and rely on the base station. One thing I almost forgot to mention is this is the first ever robot to have 2 water tanks inside the vacuum. So you have one tank for the dirty water it collects from the mop, and then another tank with clean water that's used to continuously clean the mop. So all in all, you're definitely going to get a much better clean with this robot compared to anything else on the market. Alright, so as far as setup goes, this is definitely a very easy process. You simply sync it up in the app and start the initial mapping. This is when the robot will go out and scan everything with the built-in LiDAR to identify rooms, obstacles, and the best routes for cleaning. Running the initial clean, this definitely did a great job cleaning up my basement, and a lot of this is thanks to the 8,000 PA suction power. This is not only going to give you a better clean, but if you have carpets, this is also going to dig deeper and pull up a lot of dirt that weaker vacuums can't get to. Testing out the vacuum, I ran a few different tests. First off, I spread around a bunch of random debris, and as you can see, it cleaned this up very easily. As someone who has kids, one thing that's very common in my house is spilled cereal, and once again, it also cleaned this up no problem as well. Another cool thing about this vacuum is it not only cleans your floor, but it also scrubs with 2.2 pounds of downforce. I wanted to test this out, so I spread around ketchup, waited about 20 minutes for it to dry, and as you can see, the vacuum was able to clean this up as well, which is definitely very impressive. Testing out what they call 3D Matrix Eye Obstacle Avoidance. This is hands down the best obstacle avoidance I have seen on any robot so far. Apparently, this has a colored 3D camera that's able to recognize obstacles in real time. It also has advanced infrared imaging, which lets it clean and avoid obstacles in the dark as well. As you can see here, I put down quite a few different things ranging from small to big, and it not only avoids them very well, but it also very smoothly moves around it to continue on its cleaning path. It can also detect dynamic obstacles, so if there's a kid or cat walking by, it'll detect it, move around, and continue cleaning where it left off. Another thing I really like about this vacuum is it does not have a bump sticking out on top of the robot, so unlike most of the vacuums on the market, this can actually get into much smaller places, which in the end gives you a much cleaner house. Last but not least, this robot also has auto carpet detection. I do not have a carpet to display this, but basically once the robot detects a carpet, it'll automatically retract the mop head up 12 millimeters to make sure your carpet stays dry. Other robots only lift 6 or 7 millimeters on average, so this is definitely a lot better than most other robots as well. Overall, I think this is currently the best robot vacuum on the market. From the design to all the advanced features, this is just miles ahead of everything else out there. All in all, if you happen to be shopping for a robot vacuum, I 100% recommend this one here, which again is the Eufy S1 Pro. If you would like pricing or more information on this vacuum, I'll also put a link to it in the description as well. All right, well, that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.